Ladies and gentlemen, I like to be punctual. I have given time for the tardy people to get into their seats, and now we're going to start. So, hi, welcome. So this is our 22nd annual Teacher's Choice Awards. We have only missed 1 year, and that was COVID's fault. Every year, teachers and staff throughout the school nominate students for an award. They have their own reasons why they picked your student, your child, and they will tell you all about it when they come up to present. The wonderful thing about this award ceremony is that kids that we don't always see on stage get to be on stage because they are phenomenal human beings. Not necessarily because they have the highest grades or the most athletic awards, but because they are phenomenal human beings and they brighten our day. So, without further ado, I didn't introduce myself, I'm sorry. I'm Mrs. Felton. I'm an English teacher here. Sorry, should have done that. All right, without further ado, Chef.
So I am Chef Allen, and I do this every year. I think it's really important. I teach culinary, so I don't get all those IB kids and athletic kids. I get the kids that are just wanting to be in with me and my class and learn how to do stuff that you're going to use every day. I picked Shayna. Where'd she go? All the way at the end. Shayna didn't know that I picked her. I tried to convince her that it was Mr. Smith that picked her. So this girl here is in my class every morning, every lunch period, after school, every day. She is doing stuff for me all the time, and her thing for me is, Chef, what can I help you with? What can I do to help you? And I'm like, throw this computer out the window, okay? So she is always there. She's always like, Chef, calm down, calm down. She keeps me even. She makes me smile. I love her stories. We laugh all the time. I know she's a huge Hello Kitty fan. So I'm going to open this for you because I want you to see it. I made you a Hello Kitty apron, and it's reversible. Thank you, Chef. This is you, isn't it? I'll knock them out. So I am giving this plaque to Shayna, and you get a plaque, girl? I know. So this is my kid. She is amazing, and I am glad I still have at least another year with her. Come on.
Hello, my name is Ms. Zalea. I teach English for second language learners, and my student is Jordy Ramos. Jordy is a young man of very few words. I have yet to hear him talk this year, but his actions with his classmates and his teachers and stuff are beyond measure. He is such a polite young man. I'm going to show everybody, which is probably going to upset him. But he just drew me. He drew a picture of me. So, but he is a talented artist. He is an exceptional young man. And I'm lucky because I get my students for 4 years. And so I get to really know my students and stuff. And he has grown and matured in the 4 years that I've had him. And I know he can speak English, even though he doesn't really speak English to me very much. But I am very, very happy to have nominated Jordy Ramos for my Teacher's Choice Award. Are you here by yourself? Fernando, come on up.
So good evening. My name is Ms. Duarte. I'm an ESOL English and Reading teacher, and I've nominated Fernando. So it's been a pleasure to have this young man in my class to start my day every day in period one. He's an inspiration to all students. He's been in this country less than a year, yet he's ready to graduate, including passing the ACT, and I'm confident that he's going to easily reach all of his goals. So it's my teacher's choice to present this to Fernando. My pleasure. Thank you for coming in.
Good evening. My name's Emily Sweetland, and I'm actually giving 2 awards because my long-term sub could not be here this evening, but she's been working with 3 of classes for this entire semester and having a great influence on these sophomore children, so she wanted to nominate someone as well. So for Miss CZ's All-Around Excellent Award is Gloria Manana. From Miss CZ and me, sometimes together too. Gloria is respectful, kind, humble, asks for help when needed, and tries her very best every day. And the class that she's in is a class where people are trying to gain skills that maybe they struggle with, and she is such a hard worker. Every single day she's in class, no matter what. She's there and she's doing her best. Congratulations. And I'm already going to get emotional. I'm going to try not to get emotional. I can't help myself, so I apologize. I named my award the Zelos Award. That is the Greek god of dedication. Jimmy? See this guy right here? He did not have the smoothest start to high school. We won't say where he was. He wasn't here. But the second his feet hit Southeast Campus, he has flourished. He does amazing things inside and out. And he is so dedicated to make sure that he graduates. It touches my heart, the obstacles he's had to overcome. So, sorry. So, I made this for you. So you're going to hang your tassel right there, and that's going to be so you can display that in your home because that's something you should be extraordinarily proud of. Sorry.
My name is Tammy Gordon, and I'm a math teacher at Southeast, and my award goes to Adam Settles. So Adam is a kind and caring young man who always comes to class with an awesome attitude. He works well with students and adults, and his presence in my 7th period class makes the class more enjoyable, and it makes it easier to get through the day. I have no doubt that he's going to go far in his life after graduation. Adam's planning to become an RN when he graduates, and his compassion for people and his overall awesome attitude is going to take him far. So Adam's probably one of the nicest guys I've ever met. So thank you for being here.
Good evening. I'm Miss Clemens, but a lot of the kids call me Miss Tanika. I am doing an award for Mr. Anyos Estella. She was my student. Mr. Anyos stated, Winston Churchill once said that continuous effort, not strength or intelligence, is the key to unlocking our potential. In each of my classes, I tell my students that if they come to school and put maximum effort they would have. However, many of our students deal with obstacles on a day-to-day basis that truly affect their effort in class. Since the first week of school, Estella has put forth maximum effort in my class. Despite all the obstacles before her, both in and out of school, Estella continues to give excellent effort on every assignment. Estella is in my class as well, and she does excellent. So my student that I chose, Miss Francesca, she was so nervous to know who nominated her. And one of the teachers actually told her she was being nominated. Francesca has come a very long way from day one. Her attitude reminds me so much of me when I was younger. But she has changed, and she has also made an impact to all the students in my 5th period class, despite how rowdy they are. I call her like my hype man because she always there to calm them down for me. And for that, I am thankful.
Good evening. My name is Miss Tish, and my choice award is Terrell. Terrell, I'm very proud of you. Very proud of this young man. He has completely changed his mentality, and he has been more responsible and accountable for his actions. When Terrell started here in his 9th grade year, he had some struggles. Terrell did his work, he grinded to get his grades up so he could be eligible to play sports, and he's improved in everything, in his grit, in his grind, and his determination, and I just want to say I'm proud of you.
How's everybody doing? My name is Mr. Pepino. I'm an assistant principal here at Southeast. And one of my duties is I'm over discipline. So usually I work with a lot of the challenging kids on campus, but IB spilled over a little bit at the beginning of the year. So I had a conference with the parents and the student, and we all clicked, and I wish I would have met this young lady 3 years ago, but my student is Miss Franklin. Mo, come on up. Ever since that day, we always just talked in the hallway. She always tried to make me laugh. Kids would wild out in the courtyard, and she'd be like, look at these kids over here, trying to get them in trouble. But, we've had a good time since we met.
Good evening. I'm Nancy Epstein. I teach intensive reading here at Southeast, and my Teacher Choice Award goes to Darlene Martinez-Padilla. So, without a doubt, this has been somewhat of a challenging year. It's not the most exciting class to teach, and though there have been some very frustrating days, I've relished the continuous support from this young lady here. She's kept me calm. She's, even at my most stressful, and even when she was stressed out, she's always had that smile on her face, talked to me, we talk to each other, and I really, really appreciate all your support. So it was just her support, her motivating words throughout the year that's kept me going through the day, reminding me why I do what I do. And you're a dedicated student. And despite all the distractions in class, you're able to get your work done. You kind of zone them out, which I'm really proud of you for. And I know you'll be an enormous success in whatever you choose to do in your career. So congratulations.
Hi, my name is Amanda Hires, and I teach math. My student is Jennifer Mendez. The last
2 years I have been teaching Jennifer, and when we first met, all I can say is she's been band math and everything, and she's like, I can't do this. Now she realized that she has the ability to overcome everything in math, because even today she goes, wait, I got it, remember? So I'm very proud of her. Thank you for listening.
Hi, everybody. I'm Mrs. Bannock. A teacher friend just recently asked me, can't you name all of your teachers from grade school through high school? I just kind of scratched my head and I told Mr. Nels, no, I don't think I can. We can always remember those teachers that made a difference in our world. This Teacher's Choice Award, Summer Franks, goes to you because you made a difference in my world. Summer chose me, so I'm very excited to have you every day in class. I don't think there's many of us that can sit and say we came every day to work without anything on our shoulders or a bad mood. Summer has came into first period every day with a smile on her face. She's made a difference in our school community, leading the Youth in Action group, also in her business skills team pitch, she made a difference. We were at a canoeing event at Youth in Action, and she even got students that had never canoed before in the canoe. So she's got this contagious smile, laughter, upbeat. I'm so proud of you first in your personal journey this year, being a Christian woman and showing that to the rest of the school community. Summer, you're my teacher choice.
So first I'll introduce myself. My name is Mrs. Gratzer Aaron, and I teach English 3. I'm training this semester with Mrs. Felton from USF. And starting halfway through the year is kind of tough. You're smack dab in the middle of things. So tonight, this award goes to the first student, the first student that I connected with, Brianna Harper. So originally, I was going to name this award the Remarkable Reader Award. Over the course of the semester, we read a novel together as a class, and I was just so impressed with Brianna. She just completely immersed herself in the story. I always joke around with her and say, I just can't get anything past you. And we watched the movie after we read the novel. I was so impressed because this girl noticed things that I didn't even notice. And I read those chapters multiple times a day with multiple classes. And the reason why I changed the title of my award is because Brianna has so many other amazing qualities that I wanted to highlight. She's kind-hearted, she's respectful, she works well with others, she comes to the classroom excited to learn, and it's not often that a student tells you that they are excited to come back to school during spring break because they're excited to come back to your class. That made my year. And for that reason, I named the title of this award the Ray of Sunshine Award, because she brightens my day on a regular basis.
Everybody again. Mr. Ben Jude, this is his award. He had to leave for an emergency, so he wasn't able to present it, but he is picking Dan Guzman. Dan, I bet you're a wonderful student, awesome kid, or you wouldn't be up here, man. Want to Say anything?
Hello, my name is Kashante Mays. I am an English teacher here, and I'm also the AVID coordinator. And I'm going to read my speech to you. So, have you ever questioned your teacher's assessment? Have you ever wondered if your grade could be better than an A? Have you ever brought a life in the world and returned to work to finish the goal? Have you ever looked at your world as a place you could conquer rather than a place that owes you something? Have you ever just wanted to make a point that you are greater than just your beautiful smile? Have you? Well, this young lady is built on every wonder, as she zealously strives to be nothing but the best. Her tenacity and perseverance is what made me take notice and select her for tonight's Choice Award. So tonight, I would like for you to notice and take note of Miss Kimari Morgan. For her greatest strength, tenacity, and having the superpower of being determined, she sets the stage and lets the world know that she's going to be something more than great. She is going to be exceptional. Please join me in applauding my Choice Award recipient, Ms. Kimari Morgan.
Good evening. I am Terry Brody, and I am the media specialist at Southeast High School. And if you don't know, that's the librarian. So I am blessed with having student interns that work with me in the library as well as in the front office and the counseling office. And I would like to honor Miss Katie Brown. Now you have to hold back, because I can't. Okay. So I wrote a little something, because sometimes I get emotional and we don't want to do that. Okay, so, Katie, you are the epitome of the word initiative. They say that initiative is the light that leads and the strength that lifts people to excellence. I know that you will absolutely accomplish anything that you set out to do. You are the reason that my mornings start with a smile. You make a difference in our library and in my world.
So I am presenting an award for Mr. Piscopo, who could not be here today, but I'm happy to announce he and his wife had a baby this morning. It's a little boy. I don't know any of the details. I can't tell you a name or anything. I don't know any of that yet. But they had a little boy this morning. So, Mr. Piscopo has asked me to present his award to Josiah Hayes Fleming. People jumpstart their mornings in many different ways. Maybe they scroll social media for motivation, a viral video, or a meme. Perhaps you need a certain song, a podcast, an audiobook, or maybe some food for thought, like an interesting conspiracy theory. At 7:30 a.m., Monday through Friday, this student brings just that. A simple, Mr. P, have you ever thought, or Mr. P, hear me out. Some of these profound thoughts turn into serious discussions, which should be featured on Through the Wormhole with Morgan Freeman. A few become debates. Usually they grow into perplexing ideas that leave you pondering all day. Rarely is there a resounding resolution, but every single intriguing thought or idea, which leaves us laughing with our brains warmed up, is presented to us by Josiah Hayes Fleming. For that, I would like to present Josiah with the Funny Philosopher Award.
My name is Kiran Maikoka. I teach math. The appreciation award goes to Cecil. He's absent today, but I want to give him and appreciate him from my bottom of heart for being my student. Cecil, I appreciate him for his questioning skills and the way he voiced out in the class for getting the concepts. Thank you for being a hardworking student and always listening to my instructions. Please maintain the excellent work. Your passion for academics makes me so happy to be associated with you. Thank you. And I'll give this award in the class.
Hi, my name is Ms. Berner. I'm also a student teacher from USF. I am training with Ms. Smith. She could not make it tonight, and neither is my student, funny enough. This student works very hard. He's persevered through the semester. He's gone from one spectrum of the grade to the other. He, every day, tell me, it'll be all right, I'll do my best, and that's exactly what he has done. I'm sad he could not be here tonight, but the award for the most improved for quarter 3 is to Cameron Perkins. So I will make sure he gets this tomorrow, and we're gonna have a conversation, because I told him to be here tonight, so.
Good evening. My name is Ms. Rouse, and I teach science here. As an educator, we present information, and we hope that our students grasp it. We look out at their bright, smiling faces, and we look for that light bulb moment. Well, this year, my light bulb is Taiba. Okay. My student, this lovely young lady, came into my classroom not understanding the language and coming in with a very major culture shock. So I have renamed hers the Adaptive Perseverance Award because she never gives up. She comes up to me and she types into her phone and she shows it to me so that I can read what she's saying. And I explain and I go, you get it? And she goes, no. She types a little more and she gives it to me and I go, okay. So I try and explain again. I go, you get it? And she gets this light bulb moment happening. She helps other students. She's like the team leader for labs. She gets them all organized, and she's even got a lot of other different languages that are on her team. This woman is just remarkable. I expect her to just go to the stars.
Hello, my name is Kathy Strayed, and I teach English at Southeast High School. I'd like to acknowledge Bernadine Oshinek. So Bernadine is going to be receiving the Third Period Sweetheart Award. When I first had her, my class was very top-heavy with male students. There weren't very many female students, and she just kept me very calm. And around October, they did split the class a little to relieve some of that. And this girl is just, there's no other word, she's a sweetheart. Anything you want done, she'll do. She always starts her day with, how's your day, Mrs. Straight? How was your weekend, Mrs. Straight? She's the one that straightens the books when you return them and goes through and straightens all the piles of all the papers. And I just love her. And we read all 5 acts of Romeo and Juliet aloud in the Old English. And she would ask to be more than one role, double cast, triple cast. She didn't care. And I just think the world of her, and I just love her to death. Ross Antabalit, ESA teacher. I choose this student to receive an award for being the most responsible student in the classroom. Ms. Gracie Maldonado Ordonez. All right. Gracie has a great initiative in the classroom. She's very amazing. And even without being told, she helps in sweeping off dirt from the floor. She washes dishes in the kitchen. And she actively reminds her classmates of the classroom rules. And she also is very mature in handling inappropriate behaviors of some classmates. And she also assists fellow students in walking to the cafeteria and gym. She's a ball of sunshine in the classroom. Please allow me to read the Spanish translation of what I just read for the mom who's not English speaker. Okay. Elegí a este estudiante para recibir un premio por ser el estudiante más responsable de la clase. Tiene gran iniciativa en los senti se los llagan en la barra y la suciedad del piso. Lava los platos en la cocina. Les recuerda activamente a sus compañeros de clase las reglas del salón de clases. Es madura en el manejo de los compañeros inapropiados de sus compañeros de la clase y ayuda a sus compañeros de la clase a su caminar hacia la cafetería y el gimnasio. Ella también es una bola de sol en la clase. Damas y caballeros, un aplauso, Gracie Maldonado Ordonez.
Good evening. I'm Mr. Smith. I'm the engineering and technology teacher here at Southeast High School, but I'm going to present for another teacher, Mrs. Espinosa, a Spanish teacher who couldn't be here this evening, but we share the student in common, so I'm happy to present this award to Mr. Vincent Ayanor. From Mrs. Espinosa. My teacher choice recipient is Vincent Ayanor. I chose Vincent because his passion for learning. As a Spanish teacher, I have a pleasure of witnessing his dedication and eagerness of continuous learning. Always he goes above and beyond. Vincent is very polite, respectful, and always willing to help. He is one of the most hardworking and dedicated students I have taught. I am grateful to have him in my class. Congratulations. For my own teacher's choice, I'd first like to start by thanking Mrs. Felton for organizing what is always one of my favorite events. Let's give her a round of applause. I would also like to acknowledge how difficult a decision this is each year to choose only one student that has made strides for themselves in the classroom. We have a truly exceptional group of students here at Southeast, and it is a joy watching them all grow and learn before our eyes during the few years we spend with them. So congratulations to all of you that won awards this evening. That being said, Mr. Nathan Ruprecht, will you come forward? I made my teacher's choice this year with someone that reminded me of myself in the younger years. So you know I'm going to make fun of him now. Not only is the student always willing to learn, but he is constantly basking in the new knowledge that he acquires. When I teach my students to value and stand up for themselves, this young man has taken the task to the penultimate degree. And thank goodness I have 20 years of argument experience on him, because his wit might just back me into a corner instead. I admire his questioning of theory and finesse in his understanding. Not to mention, I have been able to teach him valuable teenage lessons, such as not putting the empty box of crackers back into the cupboard. And I can only hope this lesson has also reached home, where I imagine he also has an insatiable appetite for snacks, same as in my classroom after school. All kidding aside, though, I have seen this young man grow so much this year into a humble leader, an insightful problem solver, and a confident young man that knows no limits to his academic pursuits. He is a sponge in the classroom and as sharp as an attack at applying things he's learned in his extracurricular pursuits as an award-winning officer of Southeast Technology Student Association. It was a true pleasure watching him lead the engineering design team to a first place in the state championship at a conference this past February, and in the future, this summer, at the national level in Louisville, Kentucky. Not only am I super excited to take him and his friends on an adventure of a lifetime in Japan this July, I am also excited that I get to spend another year with him as my student, watching him grow and gaining a glimpse at all the things he will continue to accomplish in his life. May you always continue to be steadfast in your pursuits, keep ethics, virtue, and integrity at your side, and lead with the passion that has brought you success this year and will continue to bring you success throughout your life. I present to you the Excellence in STEM Leadership Award.
Hey everybody. So, I also took the task of adopting a student, and I'm lucky because this is definitely one of the coolest students on this campus who I've actually never had the pleasure of having as a student. I'm Mr. Zinzi, and I am presenting for Mr. Hogue, who is not here, for Melanie Ma Mernea. I have had the pleasure of knowing her, but never as a student. So, from Mr. Hogue, I am honored to dedicate this Outside of the Box award to Melanie Mernea. Melanie. Mernea? Mirnea.
Yeah.
Melanie, you always come to class with an open mind, driven by excitement, and are always ready and willing to investigate and tackle every and any topic that comes your way. This natural curiosity not only serves you, but everyone else around you. Your natural inclination to question and seek the deeper meanings of life's mysteries will only brighten your future and ours. Unlike Schrodinger's cat, you truly are outside of the box. I want to thank you, Mr. Hogue says, for always pushing the envelope, always asking questions, and most importantly, always excited and willing to share your unique curiosity with your peers and myself. Continue to view the world through this special lens, and I am confident that you will live a successful life of fulfillment. I wish you the best in all your endeavors, and I am confident that you will surpass your highest goals in life. Keep being your authentic, goofy self, and keep that fire of curiosity burning. Best of luck to you on your journey. You got this, Slayer.
Thank you.
Wait for me over there. This is your ear. This little kid.
Thank you.
Okay. For my Teacher's Choice Award, I got to choose somebody who I've had many times now, and somebody who has come a very long way since their freshman year. And I am looking over at you, Brooke Kukin. This year marks the 4th annual Wowzers Fun Time Excellence Award. Only a few people know the true meaning. And it goes to a student who has been in my circle for a long time now. Taking my class 3 times is no simple feat, let me tell you. This student is caring, compassionate, funny, intelligent, and overall a champion of life. She will do amazing things with her time here, and everybody benefits just from knowing her. So without further ado, this year's Wowzers Fun Time Excellence Award goes to none other than Brooke Kukin, my favorite, my award recipient.
And I am going to present for Mrs. Hogue. Yep, there's 2 of them, one and the other. And Zakai, you are her student choice. Now, Now, I haven't had a lot of opportunity to get to know him, but one day when their substitute could not get into the classroom, he was hanging out in my room learning all about the text that we were reading. He's asking questions, he's talking to another student, finding all the information. So I was impressed right away. But she says, I present this award to Zakai for being positive, helpful, kind, compassionate, and disciplined. Zakai, I've seen you make a positive impact on your peers. Whether it was you sharing your insights on whatever topic we were exploring to lend a helping hand to a student who just wasn't getting it, your true character always shines through. You are funny, smart, and you don't let excuses stand in your way. Thank you for being you. I believe you will achieve whatever it is you set out to do. I look forward to seeing you on the big screen in the future.
Good evening. My name is Sarah Bizak, and I teach IB Literature here on campus. And the student I've selected for my Choice Award this year has been stuck with me for 2 entire school years. From the age of about 15 to the age of about 18, I've watched him grow up, get himself a beautiful girlfriend who could keep up with his brilliance, and grow into a talented athlete and scholar who excels at anything he puts his mind to achieving. Every single day, I've seen this kid bring his A game and pursue personal growth through a litany of final exams, rigorous IB coursework, and my constant nagging and critical feedback to prompt his growth. He has humbly slayed everything and really excelled in mastering each analytical skill I try to teach him, all while continuing to grow his budding soccer strengths out there on the field. It gives me great joy to present my Choice Award to Aiden Argueta this year and commend his hard work.
Thank you.
Hello and good evening. My name is Michelle Norman Webb, and I teach chorus, French, and piano here at Southeast. My Teacher Choice Award this year is for a special, extremely shy young lady whom I have the privilege of having in 2 separate classes, Miss Kaya Anthony. Kaya may be quite shy, and she is. However, don't give her a microphone. When you give her a microphone, she becomes an entirely different person. When she asked to volunteer to sing a solo for the winter concert, wow, everyone was very impressed, and I have some of her colleagues here, sitting here. When Kaya recently sang her spring concert piece, This Is My Fight Song, you know, this is my fight song, da 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 da, yep, that one. Her fellow students were stunned with what came out of her mouth. Kaya has certainly grown over the year. Even all of her classmates are noticing. Yes, we do notice, my love. Kaya is an amazing, talented young lady, and I am so, so very proud of you. And the sky is the limit. Go, Kaya! This is for you. Thank you.
Okay, I can already feel myself getting emotional, so I'm going to try not to. Jonathan. So I'm the other Norman Webb. I'm Annabelle Norman Webb. That's my mom. I grew up here, and this is the kid that reminds me of myself so much, and he makes me have a smile on my face every day coming to work. I'm a substitute teacher, so it's really difficult. I've known about half the students on this stage at one point or another, and I'm very proud of them all. But he stands out a lot, mostly because he's really cheeky. And so the day I remember in particular is about 2 months ago. I was subbing for his second period teacher, and he was checking his grades when he was supposed to be doing his work. But I ended up looking at his computer screen, and he almost had a perfect GPA. He didn't know how a GPA worked, so I had to explain to him that he had really good grades and that if he kept up the hard work, got a really good SAT or ACT score, realistically, he could apply to any college he ever wanted. And I included Harvard in this description. He looked at me like I was absolutely crazy, and he kept asking me if I was serious for about 5 minutes straight. So not only is he incredibly amazing academically, but he also was talking to other students in the class this period, and one of the girls behind him, he screams over at me about 30 minutes later. Yes, screams. He's very exuberant. You can't tell it now, but he's got it. He said, "Miss, you have to look at her grades. Like, they're really, really good." And sure enough, it's this shy 10th grader sitting behind him. I checked her grades. I was like, yeah. And he gives her the exact same speech with his own bubbliness to her that I had just given him about 30 minutes earlier about how he could get into any school he wanted. So not only is he an amazing person and a true academic, he also is a huge motivator of his friends and people he doesn't even know. Even today, in the hallway, I saw him. And he was making fun of his friend, but also telling me, he was in my class today, he said, "Make sure he works hard today, Miss West. Make sure he works hard." So he's definitely an advocator for everyone. So because of that, the name of this award is "Oh, the Places You'll Go" by Dr. Seuss. And I hope for your senior year that you remember this. And I'm so proud of you.
You know, I so wish we could give more than one of these, but I'm lucky because I'm going to be presenting for 2 other people. As a science teacher, hi, I'm Mike Brooks. As a science teacher, we know that you can't be in more than one place at a time. But thankfully, you can be more than one person at a time. So I'm going to start by being Miss Winkles. Oh, wait, that would never work, trust me. So that experiment gone. Miss Ludvigsen, would you come up, please? I was going to put you on the spot. I was going to ask you what you think about Miss Winkles. But rather than doing that, let me tell you what Miss Winkles thinks about you. Okay? I'm going to hand you this right off the bat. For my Teacher's Choice Award, I chose Mary Ludvigsen. I chose Mary because her passion for our planet, the environment, and all its living creatures inspires all those around her. Throughout the year, I would give Mary additional school books and materials to further her knowledge of these topics. She would return to me with even more excitement, even more questions. I challenged her to see viewpoints on all sides and issues, and she took on that challenge, even when these viewpoints weren't strictly against her own. This willingness to learn and to consider the varied perspectives of cultures and peoples whose experiences differ from her own is everything that a teacher hopes in a student. Never stop learning, Mary. Never lose that willingness to see all sides of an issue, even if only to more effectively argue your own perspective. Never stop fighting to protect what you're passionate about. You make us proud, and I was so glad that I could choose you as my Teacher's Choice Award. I'm going to give you this, so you can have it, and go over there and have a picture for Miss Winkles. Okay, round 2. I am now Miss Chadwick. Actually, that wouldn't work either. So I will present for Miss Chadwick. Olivia, would you come up? Hi. Now, see, I sort of know Olivia because I drop into Miss Chadwick's room all the time. My decision to nominate Olivia for this award was easy. All year long, I have watched her come into class with a positive attitude, motivation, focus, and it has made her a leader in my classroom. She doesn't even realize it, but her participation in class encourages and motivates her fellow classmates. She also shows her leadership skills by assisting fellow classmates if I cannot immediately answer their question. So thank you, Olivia, for constantly bringing your positive attitude, motivation, focus, and leadership qualities into my classroom. Giovanni. right here. Smile for them. Please, smile for them. The reason I say that is Miss Clark has absolutely the most gorgeous smile. And when she smiles at you, it's like she's smiling because of you. And I get to see that 3, sometimes 4 times a week, and it's great. It makes my day. So I just want to say, Jolani, thank you so much for making my day.
So, yeah, I'm back again. I'm going to be 2 different people right now. First, I'm going to be Mr. Martin, and he has asked me to present to Brisa Garcia Bullock. And Mr. Martin said, there you go, says, I trust Brisa to receive my Teacher's Choice Award because of the energy she constantly brings to class. From what's good, Mr. Martin, every day as she walks in, to the laughs and jokes throughout each class period. Brisa works hard and has a lot of fun doing it and has made the year brighter in every way. And now, I'm going to be Mrs. Trueblood. All right, Arlendi? Now, when she asked me to present this, she told me to tell you that she misses you. And she says, I always looked forward to period 6 because Arlendi would be coming with her contagious smile. Not only did she have a great attitude as she came to class, but she was a very diligent student. She worked hard and asked questions. To have a room full of Arlendis would be a teacher's dream.
My name is Mr. Evans, and I teach English here. Driven, upbeat, and resilient are just some of the words I would choose to describe this student. Throughout the year, she has risen above and beyond in everything that we do in class. Every day she comes in ready to work and has the biggest smile on her face. This is a hard decision, but I think the deciding factor was definitely when we were discussing a book and getting excited over our love for mutual characters, or the same characters, and our mutual despise for the ones we don't like. Have you figured it out? Daniela? So, this is Daniela, and I've had the honor of teaching her throughout this entire year, and every day she comes in, no matter what, she has a big smile on her face and always starts with, "How are you, Mr. Evans?" While this is the last year I will teach her, I'm glad I've had the opportunity to be a mentor to her, and I cannot wait to see what good she will put in the world. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Kristen Dillon. I'm the attendance secretary here, and my award is for a student who I have had many times in my office crying because she doesn't think she's going to graduate. She thinks she's going to just not pass, not graduate, not pass tests, and every single time she comes back and she's like, you know what, I'm going to do this, I've got this. And she studies, and she is graduating May 18th. She has helped me personally outside of school, volunteering at my kids' school for volunteer hours. She calls my youngest daughter, who she spent a lot of time with their green teeth, and I'm just proud to award an Inspirational Student Award to Baisha. She's a really amazing student, and she's been a great office aide to us in the front. We've had a lot of busy mornings together, and I'm just proud of her.
Good evening. My name is Mrs. Campbell. I am the digital design teacher here at Southeast High School, and I also advise the school yearbook. I chose Ray Chesley as my teacher's choice tonight. Ray Chesley came in as a senior, never having done yearbook before, and she opted to stay in the class, and she's done an awesome job. Thanks for all you've done.
Good evening. My name is Michael Perez. I'm one of the assistant principals here. I'd like to give my award to Erica Lopez Figueroa. Erica was one of the first students that welcomed me when I started at Southeast this year. She came up to me in the cafeteria and said, "So you're the new assistant principal, right?" And was very aggressive, and I was like, "Yes, ma'am." She said, "Good, okay." And that was the beginning of our relationship. So I see her every day at both lunches, and we get to have our conversations there, and I've gotten to know that she is a strong leader in band, and she plans to take that leadership after high school and go into the nursing field, so I'm very proud of her.
Hi, I am Mr. Cheek. I am the computer science and also the Cyber Patriot coach here at Southeast. James, come on up. So if I were to describe James in one word, legendary. So, cool story. He is one of the founding members of the Cyber Patriot team starting from last year. And he put Southeast on the map this year. His breakthrough on January 20th of this year through Packet Tracer, which is a networking-based exam, catapulted our team into 6th in the nation. And for that reason, he is now the second recipient of the Montgomery Scott Miracle Worker Award. So not only is he limited edition, so is his award. Thank you, James.
All right, hello everyone. My name is Craig Page. I'm one of the assistant principals, and like so many have said, this is my second year at Southeast, and this event is just amazing. You talk about, having a little time set aside just to recognize students, not for amazing GPA or amazing athletic accomplishments, for just being good people. And at the end of the day, that's what we're trying to do, is just make, your students better when they leave here and just see them do great things in the world. So it's such a special event, and thank you to Ms. Felton for doing such a great job. All right, so my award goes to Jada Price. Come on up. We don't need to throw trash on the floor, too. You don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. You don't have to get it. So, again, the reason why I love this award show is just for something simple like this, and it doesn't seem like much, to me it does, to leave every morning when the first period bell rings, to walk out of my office, to go to the 800 building for transition every day. I get to walk by this young lady, and every single day, when you see so many students buried in their phone, or looking out into space, listening to whatever music they're listening to, this young lady will always look me in the eye, smile, and say hello. And it's just refreshing every single day. And I want you to know that in life, it's the little things, and the little things add up to big things. And don't ever lose that, because you can't teach that, and it's just a very, very special quality. We can go on and on about all the accolades for this young lady, but very special, and whatever you do in life, you're going to be successful. Congratulations.
Hi, me again. This is, I believe all the teachers have gone. I didn't skip anybody. Okay, good. I'm going to be one more teacher, and then I'm going to do my own award. Mrs. McGowan could not be here tonight, but she had an award for Aisha King, who I don't think was able to make it either. So just, hers is nice and short. Aisha, this was awarded for the Kindness Award because of the moments that I have witnessed where your empathy and compassion for people have shown through. I appreciate seeing your kindness shine towards others. So that was for Aisha. One of the, perks for me and disappointments for the kid is that because I'm up here, I always go last. So they have to sit there and wait the entire thing to find out, that it was me giving them their awards. So
much anxiety.
It's okay. It's okay. So this is James Washington. He is in my first period class, and James had a rough start to the year.
Terrible.
It was rough. He had a rough start to the year, but he picked himself up. He put his work forward. He started coming in. Miss, what did I miss? I was absent. I was injured. What can I do to make it up? How do I fix this? What can I come get extra work? And every morning, good morning, Mrs. Felton. And then Mrs. Aaron is also in the class now. Good morning, Mrs. Aaron. Half the kids can't remember our last names. Okay, it's just Miss. All right. But he knows our names. He made an effort to learn it. And that makes us as teachers feel special as well. So, at this point, I believe he has the highest grade out of any of my English 3 students.
Can't show the award yet. Hold on.
So I have named this the Maximum Progress Award.
Oh yeah, thank
you. Go ahead and meet me on the other side. All right. Now, I have to go take a picture with him in a minute, but that's the end of our program this evening. We got it in an hour. Good job, teachers. And I want to thank you all so much for coming. This is an incredibly special award event for me. This is my favorite thing all year. I have been blessed to be doing this for the last 2 years with the assistance of Mr. Brooks the first year, and this is my solo. And I love this. I love doing this every year. I love seeing these kids, hearing their awards, hearing the great things they did, and seeing kids I don't normally see. It is an incredibly moving experience for me. Thank you. So we are now finished for the evening. Ladies and gentlemen, when you join your parents, please take them to the back. Chef Allen has some fabulous treats ready for you out there. Have a good evening. Thank you for coming.
Yeah.